Hey friend, it's Brian here. I want to say to my old friends, my good friends, my best friends, thank you for coming back into the room. And I want to say to any of you friends coming in for the first time, thank you for being here. I'm Brian, this is the channel, and what we do is we get together and watch YouTube, watch music on YouTube, because music is great, and it's one of the most vital things that we can have right now. Why? Because music can help us connect despite any barriers that we may have, whether it be distance or language barriers. And it can also help us transcend space. So if you can't leave the space that you're in, you can always escape for a little bit through music. And we usually listen to singers, like singers, and interesting artists, but we rarely listen to rap. I'm not sure if anybody's gonna stay with a rap, but maybe I get some new friends with a rap. But I am not a hip hop aficionado, if that's a word. I'm not like a hip hop head. I like what I like, and we're getting into some Mac Miller today. And Mac Miller has passed on. May he rest in peace. And I was on iTunes, and this came up as a new song, and it sounded pretty cool. I'm realizing that it's not a new song. I think this is from his first album that came out. The song's called Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza. And we're just gonna check it out. I think this is the music video, but if not, we'll just hear the song. If you're my friend already, hit the subscribe button and let's be friends. I like Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza.
A person like me, smoke weed till I hallucinate. I don't know why. Crazy, right? This party was dope. That shit got played quick. Those like the bitches are freaky here.
Y'all some children talking like that. Not surprised.
Hey, Kool-Aid and frozen pizza. It's the work of art, I ain't talking Mona Lisa. Dream of rockin' crown, see me filling up arenas. This weed got me laughing like a damn hyena. Yeah, I live a life pretty similar to yours. Used to go to school, hang with friends and play sports. Every single summer taking trips to the shore. And that was all gravy, but I knew I wanted more. Ain't ever seen a young rapper like one. Can't believe they eyes, swear it's just a mirage. Still got my training wheels in the garage, but I ain't gonna need those, I'ma go home. So far, I've done pretty well for myself. Couple trophies on the shelf, so what else could I want that I don't have yet? Well, a little more cash in my own fast jet, so I can go anywhere, anywhere. Cali for the kush, 'cause boy, I know there's plenty there. About to be in music stores everywhere, but not yet. They can't understand my concept. I've been climbing up the Great Wall, haven't had a fall yet. These blocks gotta know I'm on next. Clean conscience, good Samaritan. Company sent me clothes, so I'm wearing them. If you didn't know, well, I'm from the bird. Everything I drop recorded by a big germ. I smoke herbs and I make music. I don't even talk about it, boy, I just do it. Everybody got their own opinion, the reasons why they feeling them. You must admit he's killing them, running off adrenaline, waiting for the game to wanna let him in, so open up. The boy a barrel of a smoking gun, whether I'm old or young, the chosen one. I got 100 billion flows to come.
Trifling. He gonna say hi to all of them. He kissed her hand.
You know the lyrics to every
Dope.
single
I like
song,
that.
so when I'm at a show, everyone can sing along. My weed bag empty, bottle at its last drop. I'm feeling like this could be my last shot, but many more songs to make, cousin. So why the fuck you bugging? Yeah, just another fucking kid. Just another fucking kid. Just another fucking kid. Just another fucking shouts to all my fans, man. Just another fucking kid. Holding me down. Just another fucking kid. All the homies. Just another fucking dog. Just another fucking kid.
I love this music. I really like that a lot. Rest in peace to Mac Miller. He had a really nice flow in his delivery, and I liked the music of the song in combination by itself, and then also in combination with his delivery. It had this really nostalgic kind of feel to it, in a sense. Like I always liked hip hop music that has my I think my most favorite kind of hip hop music is the one that has a nostalgic vibe to it. That reminds me of, I don't know, I can't really say, it reminds me of a destination, you know, and I want to say it reminds me of New York, or just like a city living. It takes me back to like the '90s and '90s music and '90s movies, like and like '90s urban movies, because that's where what I grew up on as a young black boy. '90s urban movies, and it kind of just fit into that vibe of it all, and it made me feel like a kid again. And I love that sound of hip hop music. I just love it. It just takes me somewhere. It makes me feel something, and it has a really kind of positive kind of vibe to it. I like that as well, because hip hop can oftentimes, though I understand that it's expressing a need or a void or a pain. It can be negative for me, from what I'm hearing, um, through my experience. So, but this feels so positive, and there could have been words in there that wasn't positive, but the overall aesthetic of it felt really positive. It also reminded me of places that I've always wanted to go, things I've always wanted to do. Um, I live in New Orleans, but I kind of live on the outskirts of it. I've never actually lived in the city before. And I've kind of always wanted to kind of live in the city. I'm kind of too old now. It's never too late, but I'm kind of set in my ways. I don't know if I could like maintain city living, but it reminds me of being a kid and kind of wanting that experience, like living in a city and kind of feeling connected to. Um, a city. I grew up personally. I grew up around nature. I grew up around nature. I grew up in fields and stuff. I am not a nature person. I just grew up around nature. So I always felt like living in the city would make more sense for me. But now I don't know. But it reminds me of those dreams I had that are a little bit more foggy now. And I love vibes and music and things that can kind of connect me to my younger self and that spirit that kind of gets, as life gets harder and it gets that kind of washes away a little bit. So I really appreciate this a lot. I really appreciate this a lot. Anyway, and I wonder if he has more music like this. I would definitely be interested in hearing more of it. And just rest in peace to him. I know that he was a troubled soul. His spirit was a little bit troubled. Not sure the reasons why. I think his heart was hurting, and he's had addictions. So, but rest in peace to him, and may his music live on, and be an inspiration past himself. Because it just inspired me just now. It made me feel really nice. So that's the power of music. Is it truly able to transcend? I'll let you guys go. I'll be in the next video. If you want to come hang out with me a little bit more, that's where I'll be. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hit the subscribe button. Let's be friends.